prove sine squared x over secant x plus 1 is equal to cos x minus cos squared x. I'm going to start with the left-hand side because I see the secant x here, and I know I can replace that with 1 over cos x. So we have sine squared x over 1 over cos x plus 1. Since I have two terms here in the denominator, I'm going to add. So again, if you want to picture that as a fraction, you can. So I need to have a common denominator of cos x. So that doesn't change this. 1 over cos x already has that common denominator. But I would have to multiply this fraction by cos x. If you are going to show your work, you have to make sure that you're showing it in both the numerator and denominator. Okay, I don't normally show that step, but if you need to show that, you can. Okay, now since I've got division to divide fractions, remember we're going to multiply by the reciprocal here. Oops. Now when I look at this question from this point, I kind of need some guidance. What's my next step going to be? Where am I headed? So I look back at the right hand side, and I want cos x as part of my answer. Cos x minus cos squared x. So I like that there's cos x involved here, but I don't need sine. So we can replace sine squared x with the identity 1 minus cos squared x. Now it's important, we'll want to put that in brackets because that's a binomial. And let's just maybe put this in brackets there so it's clear. So when I do that, again, if I were to multiply this through, and I can think this out in my head first if I wish, I'm going to get cubes like cos x minus cos cubed x. That's going kind of in the wrong direction. But if I look at this, I can factor this, and that would allow me to get rid of this denominator. So let's write out the perfect, it's a perfect square minus a perfect square. We call that difference of squares. So I can factor this. And then the 1 plus cos x cancels out. So what remains is 1 minus cos x times cos x. Okay, and I'm just going to move back to the question again. You can see that that's very close to this. All I have to do now to get cos x minus cos squared x is multiply my cos x through the brackets one more time. And now I have my right-hand side.